sorry. I'm just like, oh, I'm so happy. Hi everyone. So I have my Buyee order that I'm going to be unboxing today. This big old giant thing in here. So I'm really excited. The past month I've been just ordering a bunch of stuff from Amazon Japan, Yahoo Japan, Mercari Japan, and I finally got it all shipped to me. So I honestly don't know if this is the top or bottom, so I'm just going to get this open and make sure everything looks okay. But the box doesn't look like it's been banged up or anything, so with my Buyee orders, they always ship really fast. So from Japan up to Alaska, usually it's about 3 days. But this is how it's looking. So I didn't pay for any additional protective packaging, but it has the air bubbles, and then a bunch of these green envelopes and boxes. So that this video will have some organization and it won't just be me taking forever to take things out of envelopes and unwrap things, because I'm really bad at taking books and just things out of plastic. I think I'm going to go through and take everything out of their packages and then kind of sort them by series, because there are a few things from Haikyuu that I got. There are a few things from Love of Kill that I got. So I'll just put like things together and then go through them. So I will have timestamps down below, so feel free to jump around to whatever series of things that I'll be getting that you're interested in, or if you just want to skip this whole unwrapping section, I'll have a timestamp up here somewhere for you as well. So here goes. Okay, starting off, I have 2 items from Blue Lock. They're both wrapped and then wrapped again. Okay, did a little bit of a hard cut because all the books were wrapped, and then they were wrapped a second time, and then they were wrapped a third time. So now let's get into what I got. So first, from Blue Lock, I got 2 books. I got the volume 16 cover with Haikyuu, who is one of my favorite characters. I wanted to just get this Japanese version because I'm thinking volume 16 won't be coming out in English for a couple years maybe, depending on what the release schedule is going to be like. I also got the Blue Lock character book, Egoist Bible. So I was excited about this one. Looks like there are some color illustrations here at the front. character profiles for the different teams. Some more color pages. So my favorite characters are Haikyuu, Isagi, Rin, and Bachira. But this character book was released in 2022 in the fall, I believe. Yeah, October 2022. So it came out, I think, in between volumes 21 and 22 of the Japanese volumes. So I'm not sure how far into the series this character book kind of covers things, but looks like some sketches here toward the back. This is pretty cool. Maybe some like preliminary character designs. This is what the cover under the dust jacket looks like. I won't flip through this one because anyone reading it in English could be a spoiler. Ooh, that's cool though. So a couple variations of the cover. But yeah, I'm excited to have this one. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to collect this series in English, so I wanted to at least have my favorite cover and then the character book. So if they do some kind of like art book too, where they have color illustrations of different scenes or different characters, I'll probably pick that up as well. Or if they do a TV anime guidebook, whether or not I do collect the series. So excited to have these ones. Next, I have two items from Tokyo Revengers. So I have Stay Gold, which is the second of the full color volumes. So the first one was So Young, which had color pages of a lot of the Tomen members as children in elementary school. And then Stay Gold is about the founding members of Tomen, and it is color as well. But this will all be new content for me because this is what is currently being released as extra chapters right now. And I believe that for each section, it follows a different founding member. And each of these were released as booklets with the DVDs or Blu-rays maybe. And then they published it as a book as well in full color. So excited to have this one and to go through it more thoroughly than that. And then this is the fourth character book, Remember You. And I do have the other three character books as well. That's pretty cool. I love this illustration. All of the cast. Oh, that's cool. Takemichi and Mikey standing out there. Color illustration gallery. Very cool. So I think some of this art was on Twitter. Some of these are from the volume covers. Sorry, I don't want to mess up the dust jacket. But for each of the character books so far, it's kind of been covering a different portion of the series each time. So then it will have the character profiles of some of the characters that are featured in that section of the series. But I love the character books because in addition to the character profiles, they just have some bonus illustrations. This is one of my favorite panels from the manga of Mitsuya and Hakai. So character pages, and it's kind of funny because they kind of repeat because some of these characters have profiles in the other character books, but then it's as it relates to this section, which for this fourth one is for the end section of the series. And then this little last section in the back, some of the other character books, the character profiles were just in the beginning and then there was a lot of bonus content. But this one, here at the back, they have different rankings for different characters for just like little trivial things. But then there are some bedroom layouts for some of the different characters. Let's see, best 3, worst 3. I know some of these have been translated on Twitter, so I'll either go through on there or using my phone to try to translate some of this. And then here at the back, a few more color illustrations. So this is the one on the back. Enlarged a bit. These designs were from an exhibition in Japan. That's cool. They included it in here for us. Those of us who weren't able to go to Japan and attend. Okay, next is volume 18 of Something's Wrong with Us. So I had already picked up volume 17. Got 18, and then 19 comes out in a few weeks in February. And I had started picking these up in Japanese because the main series ends with volume 16, so I wasn't sure if 17, 18, and 19 would be getting translated into English, so I wanted to get them as they released, just in case, so that I'd have them. But fortunately, I just saw this past week that Barnes & Noble has volume 17 listed, available for pre-order later this year, so hopefully that means they'll be doing all of these side stories, so 3 volumes of side stories for Something's Wrong with Us. I'm curious how they're going to do the spines though, because volume 17 is like bright pink, and then this one is like a dark pink or purple, and I don't know what volume 19 is going to look like, but all of Something's Wrong with Us so far has been red, so covers and spines, so we'll see. Honestly, if they're just the last 3 are pink and purple and some other color, I'll just be happy that they're in English and I won't complain. But I'm not going to flip through this one at all because this is just like totally after the main story and I don't want to see any spoilers. But I'm just going to hang on to this until I know for sure that all of the rest of the series and the side stories are going to be translated and printed in English. And I neglected to mention for the other series as well, but this is a josei drama romance series. This is the shonen action sci-fi series, and then a shonen sports series about soccer. Next, I have volume 8 of My Dress Up Darling. I did just get my volume 7 in English, so I'm really excited to get into that one soon. But I got this volume 8 because it came with a booklet. So this is just the regular volume 8 in Japanese. I don't believe they did a variant cover for it. This is a seinen comedy romance, I believe, about a girl who likes to do cosplay and a boy who is good at sewing who form a friendship. But this illustration book came with volume 8 and it seems pretty nice. Like, it has a dust jacket, even though it's a booklet, and it is bound. It's not like stapled, so it is thin, but it seems pretty nice. Okay, so illustration book has our main girl kind of just in maid outfits in every image, but it's kind of like in the design of the different cosplays that she did. Here's Gojo. He is uncomfortable. But yeah, this series does have a bit of fan service, but I really like it. It's a really wholesome series about a bunch of good kids that really motivate and encourage each other to pursue the hobbies that they like and do the things they want to do. So following up this cosplay series and fashion, I have another fashion illustration book this time. This is called Men's Fashion, and it's an illustration book by Ma2. I have another art book by this mangaka called the Salaryman Illustration Book, and I really love her character designs. She has a couple series that are set in office workplaces, and I really like the way she draws her characters as well as the clothing styles and stuff. I almost bought this when I bought the Salaryman illustration book, but I was having trouble finding flip-throughs of it, and I didn't know if it was going to be predominantly text or if it was going to have a lot of photos, but a friend of mine did just get it before I made this order, and she sent me a little flip-through, and it does have a lot of text, but it does have pretty much a character on every page. A character that looks different, wearing a different style of clothing. And each section of the book is supposed to be broken up by different kind of ages of guys. And kind of a different style of dress for each one of them. But I just think this is really cool. I'm not going to really be in a hurry to read this whole thing, but I'm glad that the print is just like really simple, so I'll be able to use a translator app to see what it has to say about everything, learn a little bit about men's fashion while also enjoying the illustrations. And then we have some female characters here at the end as well. But I'm excited to have this one along with the other Ma2 art book that I have. I really like her art style. She doesn't have any of her series licensed in English yet, so I'm hoping that one of these days, one of her series will get licensed, because I could always use another adult romance set in a workplace. That would make me happy. Josei series. Okay, next is an art book for Attack on Titan Season 3. And this one is a Wit Studio one. And I do have another art book for Attack on Titan that is the art from Wit Studio. And this is one that I had seen just the front and back, and I hadn't really seen any flip throughs or what's contained inside this one. So it was kind of a risk getting it, because what I really want is illustrations of the series, whether in color or like sketches, as opposed to just being like a real analytical keyframe kind of book. So yeah, so this is pretty good. This is what I was hoping for. A little bit of extra kind of art. Wow. And I love the look of this because this isn't like the anime. Well, this isn't the manga art style. This is more of the anime art style, but then it's like an illustration. It's not just like a frame from the anime printed. But this is so cool. I think that some of these books have designs by some of the key illustrators that worked on those seasons. So this is cool. So each one has a little bit of a different style, I guess. Yeah, this one says is signed by Erica. So she got to do a little drawing that was included. So this is super cool. Just some different characters and different styles. Got Mikasa and Armin. I'm guessing she's pulling Aaron's hand. That is so sweet. This is just a alternate universe illustration here. And that's what I was looking for. That's what I was hoping for. Oh, this is cool. So some of the different kids here from the 104 Survey Corps. Wow. Not sure if these are some of the illustrators that are writing messages, or if it was the voice actors or what, but I just love little extra things like this, so I'm just so happy with it. It's even better than I had hoped it would be. So we have young Aaron on the cover when he's a little more positive, and then when he's a little older and more dejected. So excited to add this to my collection. I'm gonna have to verify if there are more of these and how many there are, because I don't just want to buy every single Attack on Titan thing that I can get, because I don't really think I need, like I said, I don't think I need the collections of keyframes where it's just like yellow and literally sketches of the different scenes. But things like this, it's like, I want to have them. Excited to add this to my ever-growing Attack on Titan shelf. Okay, next I have a few things from Haikyuu, and I'm so happy. Ah! Okay, I think these, I just pulled these out of the little envelope, or the little plastic it was in. I think these are cases or something that they're in, because these are prints. But I don't want to like pull too hard if I'm wrong. But anyways, there's this one, these are official prints of the two teams, so MSBY. So we have these guys, and then the Adlers. I'm so happy. Let me see real quick if I'm supposed to get these out of here. How do I get them out? Okay, here we go. But wow, how nice that they sent it in this nice little firm protective thing so that they would not be damaged. They're like, wow, they're like in perfect condition because of this. Thank you, person in Japan who sent these so well. Okay. And I'm super happy because I mentioned in a recent haul video that I had ordered a couple prints from Redbubble, and they arrived, and the print job was just really bad, really blurry, and it was actually of this. And I'm not really sure how they were able to print it, but this one, it has the official thing here. So this is an official release of this kind of print poster. But I'm super happy. It's, sorry, I guess I'm kind of giving a glare because it's in the plastic still. And then this one as well. Oh, it's so nice. So I recently just got the last 4 volumes of Haikyuu after I finished reading it on the Shonen Jump app. So I have a few other prints of fan art that I've gotten. These 2 bigger. They're not huge, so I don't want to call them posters, but kind of like big prints of these 2 teams. And so I'm going to have to figure out how on my shelves I can get these displayed because I do only have 4 volumes, so I'm not going to like preemptively get a Haikyuu shelf going for just all my prints, but oh, I just love these. This is my favorite section of the story and my favorite match in the story, so really, really happy to have these. Really happy that they're in such good condition. I was able to get these as official copies, and they're both in such good condition. Wow. Okay, and then in addition to these, I also got a few more prints. Well, they're not prints, but basically they did a release of these little packets. And I believe that, I don't know how much they cost in Japan when they were new, but all of the packs that were being sold new were $150 used. So instead of buying one of those and just picking out of it what I wanted, I just found the individual items that I wanted. But this is everything that was originally included in it. Some of the different like banners of the different players, Hinata and Kageyama. And then these aren't prints, but like foil character prints, kind of. But you'll see. You'll see. And then a couple other just color illustrations. But so each of these came, they sent them with the little envelopes. And then each individual one is wrapped. So this first one is of Ushiwaka. I love these though. So what happened is I actually was thinking about getting the Shikashi boards from, I think it was some exhibition they did of some of the players from the end of the story, where it had a black and white sketch of the character and then their autograph, and then it was on a Shikashi board. But I was going to get a pack of them with that had all the characters that I liked. And then it sold out before I could buy it. And then I found out about these ones. And I was kind of happy that it worked out this way because these colored ones have the name, their autograph, and their team in like a reflective foil. And then it has this sketch for each character that was on the Shingeki board, kind of in the background, and they're colored, they're not black and white. And then a color illustration, and then some panels from the manga. And the panels are obviously featuring the character that each one is for. So I got this one, and I love it. It looks so good. Sorry, I just keep going quiet and just holding it still because I'm just looking at it. It looks so good. Try to show a little bit of the details. Okay, now I'll get the next one. And the next one is Oikawa. So it was the same thing with his Shingeki board. It had his drawing in black and white and then his autograph. But with this one, it has another color illustration and then some panels where he's featured a bit more. And how cool some of these panels are from earlier in this series, I think, not just the later section of the story, but I just love how it has their autographs on them in the foil, so it's reflective and they're all in color. So it looks like this one got rubbed a little bit in the envelope maybe. And I did see that when I bought it. I'm trying to show. I don't know if you can see it. It did show in the listing, but the other copies were much worse than this one, and I thought that would be okay. So, got Ushiwaka and Oikawa. So, my other two that I got are two of my favorite characters. Okay, so this one here is Atsumu. He's so cute. Look at him. So again, his Shingeki board had his drawing and his autograph. But this one, I just love that they're all different colors and that we have the color illustration and the different panels. So these are the ones included for him. Oh, it's so cute. And these are all in really good condition. I'm really happy. It's just Oikawa's had a little bit of marking, but Ushiwaka's was good and Atsumu's was good as well. Oh, and I forgot to show for each of these. The back has some of their high school versions as little chibi characters. They're so cute. But I think they're the same. Yeah, I think each one is the same. And then the last one is Saksa. Ah, I'm so happy. And then you see here his sketch and autograph. So I'm actually really glad it didn't work out for that order of Shikishu boards so that I could just get these ones instead. But then again, his team, his color illustration and panels. Yeah, so it has some events from his high school team, and then the same chibis on the back. So I was really excited about getting all of these ones, so I'll show the back again. So there were 8 character cards, and I got Atsumu, Sakusa, Ushiwaka, and Oikawa. So then the others were Hinata and Kageyama, which I would have loved to have gotten theirs, but theirs were expensive, so I just thought I'd wait and see what I thought of these ones, and maybe with my next Buyee order, if I can find, like, they were like $50 each. But these were the 2 main ones I wanted to get. But I might try to get these 2 in my next order. And then Bokuto had one as well. And I like him, but I just like all these characters better. And then Hoshiumi was the other one. So I don't know. Because these are all so nice, I kind of regret not just getting a pack new and then just maybe reselling the things that I didn't want. But I'm super, super happy with these ones that I got. So these are all my Haikyuu items. So these 4 character foils from one of their exhibitions, and then these 2 team prints. I'm so excited. Okay, let me get these covered real quick so that they don't get scratched or anything. And then I have a few more items, but they're all for the same series. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just stack this stuff so that I have room to bring everything over. Okay, so the next series that I bought a ton of stuff for is Love of Kill. So of course I had to get the latest Comic Gene issue with this gorgeous art on the cover because it came with this like full-size nice illustration book. But I'll kind of show this in a minute. I'm going to show a few other things I got from this series as well. So because this was going to be one of the first magazines that I was buying, the only other magazine that I bought has been Spoon 2DI, which had covers of the characters from Free as the final 2 movies were being promoted. But this magazine actually has the final chapter of the series, because the series just ended with volume 13, and the final chapter is in here, so I am not going to flip through this because I don't want to be spoiled on the ending. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet for it to end. But when I was going to get this magazine, I was thinking, well, let me do some research and find every other Comic Gene issue that has had Rangha on the cover, and that's what I did. So I was able to get the April 2022 issue. I love this. Also, I didn't want to miss out on the art because some of the art on the magazine covers aren't in the illustration book that I have, the first art collection for Love of Kill. But after ordering these, I saw some images that I think some of the cover illustrations are in the new art booklet. But I don't mind. I'm happy to have this. I think that it's kind of cool having their illustration and then all of the extra like Comic Gene and Koroshi Eye. And then additionally, some of the magazines came with some of the inclusions from when they originally released. I'm not going to flip through them either because I'm not really sure, like, in April 2022, what volume this chapter would be in. But I got this issue, which also came with this little... It looks like a clear file, but it's actually a mask case. So it has a little pocket here for you to put masks in. And then this folds. I'm not going to fold it, but it's like it's not perforated, but it has a little edge here for folding. But it has the cast as chibis with their masks. Look at Ring Ha. Oh my gosh. And then a more stylish illustration here. So I'll probably repurpose this for some other use, but this is too cute. And it came with this magazine. There are a few other goods, like there's another clear file and like a print or postcard, and then this looks like a calendar. But these are for different series. Oh! Well, for January, it's a Love of Kill illustration. So this is one that is in the art book. But okay, I'll have to look through this more carefully. So these were just some other inclusions. And then I was able to find the January 2021 Comic Gene issue. I love this illustration. So I'm a big fan of Love of Kill, but Ring Ha is my favorite manga anime character. I'm super happy too that their images are on the spines, so I'll be able to show them off even if I don't have the magazine cover. Oh my gosh. Look at them. Oh, he's so cute. And then the May 2019 issue. So I'm not sure if... Oh, I was going to say I'm not sure if this was an inclusion of a print or something, and it looks like... Here it is. It's like perforated inside here. Oh, wow. Oh, it looks like it's a dust jacket alternative cover. Ooh, and it's got a like sparkle to it. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, so with this one, I was able to get this cover with Ring Ha and Chateau and the little dust jacket. Oh, I'm so happy. And again, this one's from 2019, so I'll probably flip through this one later because it probably has content that I've read, maybe. Because in English we have through volume 10 already, and this series conclusion is volume 13, so not sure. And then the last one I got is the January 2022 issue of Comic Gene. And again, just, wow, what a stunning illustration. And this one, I think might have come with a calendar. But because I bought these used, they don't have all of the inclusions. So I was happy that I was able to get this one. This one actually was new. This one was new, but these two and this one were used. And again, they're on the spine, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna have my Love of Kill display become after this, because this is just the start. There's more off screen that I'm about to show you. But super happy to have this one as well. So I was able to get these 5, and I believe that there are 2 more covers that I was not able to get, maybe 3. But for sure, there's like a teal one of them in formal wear, and then I think another one of them in kimono. But I have them written down, and I've been kind of keeping an eye out, so yeah. So before I get into the other Love of Kill stuff, I'm just gonna flip through this collection, Art Collection Plus. I do have the regular art collection book that is like a thick art book. And this one looks like it is like folded with staples, but it's still like, it doesn't feel cheap. It feels like it's a good quality booklet. And so this came with the latest issue. I still just keep looking at this cover. I believe there's a color page inside, but I don't want to risk it. I don't want to open it and see a spoiler or something. So, okay. So this Art Collection Plus, I love this cover. And the rest of them over here. I'm going to do a full flip through of this so everyone can see it. I hope if you like Love of Kill that you were able to get one of these. Gorgeous. I have this print. So far, none of these illustrations are in the other art book. And I do recognize some of these from the mangaka's Twitter. And then some of them too, like these are illustrations from the Blu-ray and DVDs. Oh my gosh, I love this one. Look at him. Ooh. They look mysterious. So I think I forgot to mention at the start of this whole section, but Love of Kill is a josei drama romance series. More action and drama than romance, at least for the beginning portion. But yeah, it's about an assassin and a bounty hunter, so lots of action as we follow them and kind of find out about their relationship and what's going on with them. I love these little chibi pages. These are so cute. They look like little stickers. Oh my gosh. So the mangaka's Twitter page, they released a bunch of these illustrations when they were just kind of sketches. So how cool to have them kind of finished. And we see this here is the art for this cover. But like I said, it's kind of cool having it like bright yellow, Koroshi eye and Comic Gene. Yes. I apologize to anyone who knows me because I'm not going to stop talking about this for a while. This is cool. And this is the last page. I love it. Yeah, so this is the middle page with the staples, and it's really nicely made. I'm really happy with it. I was really worried it was going to be like very thin or like kind of flimsy. Unfortunately, it did come just like this with 2 rubber bands around it. So like if you look closely, you can kind of see like where the rubber band was. No, it's right across his chin. But we'll see if it kind of fades, because I don't know. It's fine. Sorry, I'm just like, oh, I'm so happy. Okay, so I have 2 other orders that I made of Love of Kill items. So first I have the 4 box sets for the Love of Kill DVDs. So I actually had wanted to get the Blu-rays because the DVDs for Japan are region locked, so I won't be able to watch these on a DVD player here in America. But the main reason I got these is because each of the kind of DVD cases inside had illustrations from the anime, but then each of the box covers had art from Fe. So because these were illustrations that weren't in my other art book, I just needed to have them. And I actually bought these in December before they announced the second art booklet coming out. So these illustrations are in this second art collection book. But that wasn't the only reason I got these, so I'll just quickly show all the covers. And these are these ones here. So this was the first, second, third, and fourth. So if you got this Art Collection Plus, you're not missing out on these covers. But then inside each of these box sets is an additional anime illustration, and then a DVD, but also each volume comes with a drama CD with original content on it. So I'm absolutely going to be checking those drama CDs out because it has additional content that wasn't included in the anime, and I'm not sure if there's scenes that were in the manga or if they're just totally bonus content. But each box also came with a booklet. So Love of Kill Special Booklet, Volume 4. Wow. Artboard. Yes. How cool. So this is kind of like a little mini guidebook for the anime. But each one came with a booklet. So then this one has the Volume 3 drama CD. And I'll show the back too. So Volume 3. So it kind of features each of the episodes, some of the characters, staff interview, kind of character designs. So that's cool. We haven't seen any of these kind of sketches in any of the other extra content that we've gotten. And I'll have to check, but each one should have a little mini comic in it, and I'm not sure if it's bonus content or what. And when I was originally searching, I was like, if I can only get one, I'm gonna get volume 2 because look at him. Oh, sorry, it was off screen. So Ring Ha, and then this cover of, I love it. Oops. So volume 2, and we have the drama CD, and then the DVDs have the same illustrations. I don't know. I need to like figure out how to have this one on display on my shelf because he's gorgeous. And that's his anime design. Okay, volume 2. Staff interview. Artboard. Nice. Yeah, I'll have to look because I can't remember. Like, these are similar scenes, but I don't remember if they're scenes in the manga or if they're like little bonus ones. So volume 1. Sorry, I went through them kind of backwards. Ooh, this one fell out too. And the drama CD, so. And I'm really excited about the drama CDs because I love the Japanese voice cast for the anime, so even if I don't understand the Japanese, which I am going to try to pull up a transcript, but I'll just love listening to their voices, so. Ring Ha! Yeah, so that's what's in these booklets. Yeah, I don't know. I think these might be... I'll have to check. I'll check on those. But, yeah, so after I had found out that these illustrations for each of the boxes were going to be included in the Art Collection Plus, I still wasn't like, I didn't regret getting these because even though they're DVDs, so I won't be able to watch them because they're region locked and the illustrations will already be in that booklet. This was a big plus for me, these little guidebooks, special booklets, as well as the drama CDs. So really, really happy to get these. And lastly, on the final stretch here, and I say I'm on the final stretch, but it's a handful of items. Okay, lastly, I got a pack of random things from someone secondhand. And the main reason why is because there was a booklet that I wanted and some prints that I wanted. And if I had just gotten them individually, it would have been like around the same price or more expensive compared to if I just got the whole set. So I already showed with one of the magazines came the mask case. So now I've got 2 of them. And then a clear file. Love of kill graffiti on a brick wall. I don't know, they look like they're up to no good. This is an illustration in the regular art collection book. And then this isn't a clear file, but it's like, not sure what this is. It's like a just display board or something. But this is one of my favorite illustrations of Ring Ha. This is in the art collection book. but I just love his outfit. And he looks cute. And we have Chateau. Yeah, I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be. If anyone knows, let me know, but I'm probably just gonna prop it up and and enjoy looking at it. And then it looks like another clear file, but a mini one. Of them as chibis, miniature chibis. So all this stuff is so cute. I don't know if all of these little things were inclusions with magazine issues, or I know some of the prints were released at certain retailers with the volume releases. But it's hard to stay on top of all of that stuff. For me, anyways. They also included this little keychain of Ringha and Chateau as little chibi kittens. Super cute. And then a couple little cards or stickers. Yeah, they look like stickers. So Ringha. Them as chibis. And then Chateau. So I don't know if this had come as a set or again, just I don't know if there was an event or something, but these are cute. I don't know what I'll stick them to though. Okay. And then a couple more. So these must have been released with the magazine issues because just like the one in this issue, these are alternate dust jackets. Which is super cool, but I'm sure these will just have display value for me because they won't fit on my English copies, I'm sure. And this one also has an illustration in the art collection book. Very cute. And before I get to the prints, the booklet. So this is another one that I didn't know much about it. I couldn't find any flip throughs, so I just thought it's a Love of Kill booklet, so I need to get it. But it's Black Cat Animate Special Edition booklet. So I wonder if this is a little extra chapter. Cute. I'll have to go through and translate it so that I can read it, but it looks cute. So I wanted to get this. And then I'll just flip through each one, I think. Oh, some of them are double-sided. So this is one that was tempting me in my last Buyee order, and I was like, no, I don't need it. It's in the art book. But turns out I did in fact need it. But a lot of these were released with the individual volumes. So I'm really glad someone was selling them all together as a pack because if I had to just buy these individually, they would be like $10 each, plus all the fees, plus shipping. But someone had them all together in a pack. I'll have to go through and do some research, because if there are just like a couple that I'm missing from the 13 volumes, each being released and each having a little print, I'll want to hunt them down. But I just love how they're like little alternate realities. Like, this looks like a Halloween one, and then them as like idols or something. I love the coloring on this one. Yeah, I think they're all numbered. Like this one says 10, this one says 11 or 12. 11 and 12. And volume 13, they did post on Twitter what the little print was going to be for the volume 13 release, and it's gorgeous. So I'm going to have to get my hands on that as well. And then the last two. And these are double-sided. Oop. And this one's in the Art Collection Plus. Oh, man. I'm really happy with these. I don't know what I'm gonna do, though. I'm gonna have to make like a Haikyuu shelf and a Love of Kill shelf. So I'll have to think of how I'm gonna be able to display these. But I'm super, super happy to get all these prints, as well as these magazine issues. I still have a couple I'm going to be on the lookout for, but I love them. I'm happy that the covers look so nice and the spines look good. Even the used ones, they're all in good condition. This one, the one that was new, is probably the one that has the most damage, just like the corner getting beat up a little, but it's not too bad. But I knew this was gonna take forever, so thank you so much if you stuck around to this point. A ton of Love of Kill stuff, and then Haikyuu, Attack on Titan, and then Tokyo Revengers, Something's Wrong with This Blue Lock, My Dress Up Darling, Men's Fashion by Matu. These are all just things that I've been compiling a list of things I wanted to get. Some of them were new releases. Some of them I just had been wanting to get, so. I'm gonna have to start brainstorming about how to either display or store some of this stuff. But if anyone watching is a big Love of Kill fan, let me know in the comments, because I'm always looking for more people to gush with about Love of Kill. But this is everything from this Buyee order. I'm super happy with everything. So I already have a list going of things for my next Buyee order, but I'm gonna try to let as much time go as I can so that I'm not just spending too much money this year. But again, thank you so much if you stuck around to the end. And this is everything this time around. Hope you enjoyed seeing all my little goodies. And I'll see you again soon in another video. Thanks for watching.